The cultural narrative that I've chosen not to pass down is the fear of what others might think. The fear of what others think gets passed on to our kids when we say things like, what are people going to think? Or what would they say if they see this, and that, your room, whatever. It's not always our intention to pass that on, but it's an unintended consequence of how we choose to speak to our kids and how our parents spoke to us when we were kids. It comes from the fear of being judged negatively or to be found lacking by others. But something happened to me this summer that completely freed me from caring about what others think of me. And I want to share that with you today. This past summer, someone told me in the heat of an argument, I really don't care about what you do anymore. And when I heard that, I immediately went back into my body to check how it made me feel. I thought I would feel hurt and sad. I even expected to cry. But to my own amazement, I felt the weight of the world literally roll off my shoulders. Those words said by that particular person freed me of a lifelong perceived burden to live up to the expectation of others. It was as if they finally gave me permission to do life exactly how I see fit. As I reflected on that situation, I began to understand that we can only see the world as it relates to us, to our own experience. We all see the world within the confines of our own perception. I think those words didn't hurt me as I thought they should, because on a deeper level, it's so true. As a person who has been cheated on before, for example, it's not so much the act that hurts, it's what I make it mean about me. Or when my partner displays an attraction for another woman, I'm not gonna care if I think she looks like me. I might even go as far as to be flattered. But let her have a quality that I'm self-conscious about. And if I think she's less attractive than me, whew, I will judge my partner. I'll question his standards, and I'll think maybe he's not worthy of me. But notice how everything in that has everything to do with me and nothing to do with the woman that my partner is attracted to. And the reality is that I'm looking at physical appearance. He might not be attracted to her because of her physical appearance at all. It might be her vibe, her receptivity. It might even be pheromones. He might not even notice that he's giving off signs of being attracted, because it's physical. It's not, it's subconscious. We perceive the outside world through the lenses of our own minds. If a table can weigh 200 pounds, can hold 200 pounds, but I only weigh 150, I'm going to see that table as sturdy. But if a 200-pound person comes in, they might see it a different way. And that's why we have given God so many names. Because it's hard to relate to something that doesn't have limits. However, if I see God as my protector, if I see God as my provider, maybe I might see God as both, then all of a sudden I can relate. I can now define what is inside of the boundaries that I have set for God and what is outside. But what if instead of looking for what is in God and what is out of God, we looked for God in everything? He said he's in everything, y'all. So That girl that's attracting your husband, that's got you feeling some type of way, what do you have to learn there? What is that teaching you? And you might ask, but Erica, what does that have anything to do with that? Because to me, God is more, 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 more. Infinite expansion. Ever knowing, ever expanding. Not from a place of stagnancy, like, oh, I already know everything, I don't need to do anything. No, from a place of movement. More, 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 more. Anyways, those who have eyes will see, and those who have ears will hear. When I get offended by what someone says to me, I now see it as an opportunity to examine the beliefs that govern my perceptions. It's as if I had an operating system that was running, and all of a sudden, through this offense, I could see the codes. The code, the code being my limiting beliefs, my insecurities, my childhood wounds, my hurt, and my pain from the past. And I suddenly have the opportunity to change the code if I want to. I can break the cycle. That's how you heal. By taking every opportunity where your codes get revealed and you change the code. You make it better. You look at it and you figure out, what do I need to take out of this? And then you go back into your life and you see what happens now that you've done the work. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, if I sound crazy, then it's not for you. But if you're catching what I'm putting down, then try it. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, I won't be passing down the fear of being judged, y'all. I couldn't care less. And I'm preparing my son so that he doesn't care either. Bye.